everyone, welcome back to Observer System Redux. This is it. This is where we confront the serial killer. So I'm just going to quickly recap so we're all on the same page. Our name is Daniel. We are a police officer. Thanks to augmentations, we're able to jack into people's minds, mostly witnessing the same things that they often witness before their death. What we don't know is that someone is jacked into our mind. And so what you're about to see is a simulated reality based on the collection of people we've jacked into, the contamination of all their thoughts merging together, or our memory of jacking into them, plus the contamination of the consciousness puppetry of the person that's jacked into our mind. What brought us here is we got a call from a strange son, only to find out that he had been killed. And as we investigated, we found out that Adam, our son, used to work for Chiron Inc. And he was fired because he was running experiments trying to solve death. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you like to live forever? Some people would say no. They're tired of this life. They're tired of everything. So let me rephrase the question. Would you like to live longer? And most people would say yes, and Adam was one of those that wanted to conquer death because of what he had himself gone through. So he was trying to do this through copy and paste. Now, it might seem laughable, but in all honesty, we're just coding. And from our birth, we are a product of copy and paste. All the cells that we were born with don't exist anymore. They have been copied and pasted a billion times. And what Adam was trying to do was hijack that system and on a grander collective scale, just copy and paste everything in the hopes of that he is able to copy and paste a consciousness. You don't really have to understand consciousness in this respect. You just have to copy and paste everything. And that's what he was trying to do. But he was fired from Chiron. He then hired a few people, came to this tenement building, which is in lockdown. So the buildings of the future are able to go into lockdown if they detect any abnormality, thanks to a something called the nanophage, which is an electronic and biological virus, and I explained that in a previous video. So after our son was killed, all the people that were operating in his second operation have also been killed. Amur, Helena Novak, Jack Carnas, they've all been slaughtered by the serial killer that we are about to confront now. And some people think Amur was just a wrong place, wrong time. Not true. Amur was selling the drugs that helped Adam and Jack Carnas perform the atrocities that they were performing. So Adam hired Helena to go back into Chiron, confiscate all his research material out. He set up laboratories and test areas, and he was experimenting on a range of people. We saw a massive list of all the people that died with his fascination of still trying to conquer death. And Amur was part of that. So all the killings have been systematically to this experiment that's going on, except one. Us. The serial killer came after us, and as far as we know, we're not part of this experiment. Or are we? So hopefully I've built your anticipation up. Let's do this. Let's go. And it's fundamental you understand that Adam is or was a serial killer. So you can see we're in the loft now. the beast that has been killing anyone is here as well. This seems to be maybe where he's living. No one ever comes up here. You can see the spider webs. There would be so many birds here. So we can understand how the serial killer was using birds, dead birds. He would often drop a dead bird off at a front door, and that was a calling card that you might be the next victim. Well, that was the rumours. There were many rumours that came, and it's hard to differentiate what's true and what's not with all the various rumours. One of the rumours was all the symbols that Adam was writing across the walls would also stop the serial killer from attacking, when in exact that was just computations by Adam. So if you grab
for
this,
fuck's sake, Gertrude, give me a break.
this is another. I can't remember how to. Oh, no. I can't scan that one for some reason. Okay. So as an observer, I have two different, an electronic and a biological vision. This was not in the original. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I just unlocked an achievement. An achievement? That was not in the original. Maybe that was the serial killer that we're about to come across. This is very dark in here. I don't know. Also, I have a flashlight that allows me to see infrared. Now, according to customs, a observer is not allowed to jack into a dead person because they often can't get out and they become psychotic. We've already broken that rule several times. We became emotionally attached as soon as our son was murdered, the first victim. There's another bird jump scene. Bluebell seems to love to do that. Bluebell is a Polish development team. There's a doll there. Don't know if that was in the original. Can I click on it? I'm wondering if that son, that's interesting. I wonder if that child that was a victim of the doll, whether that's anything in relation to here. I don't think so, but it could be. Got something. Oh, I don't. Thought I had to. There's a card here. And again, the developers, as part of an Easter egg, gave themselves nanophage and collector's cards for you to find. Okay, so once you've done all that, this is it. This is the serial killer. You open the trap door. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. No, it's not.
What the hell are you, anyway? Time to get some answers.
Now,
Setting up a crime scene.
Voice recorder module malfunction.
To hell with it.
this is the serial killer. This is what has been killing everyone. He's now dead. He's been fried alive in the server cables. Quite terrible, as you can see. Now, if you actually look into the electronics,
Reinforced skeleton, hydraulic joints. Victims never had a chance.
so he's put military upgrades in him.
His claws match the cuts on the victims. This is definitely our man.
Implanted blades.
Lucky me. The neural implant's still functional.
And here we have his name, his date of birth, 2057. He's always been a C-class citizen. He deceased 17 minutes ago. His name is Victor Medursky. Actually, was the I'm just wondering if the I don't know where I put the papers now. I'm wondering if the I don't know. I'm wondering if the not the Ripper Clinic, the organ farm. I can't remember what they called it now. I wonder if that was the. I'll look it up later and get back to you on that. I'm wondering if that was part of the room. But here you have a guy who's purposely made himself to be the werewolf. He seems to have a fascination with the werewolf, and he's purposely, or someone else has purposely made him into this being, this serial killer. So he's really gone out of his way to do this. We can actually jack into him.
God
that is
knows
what
why
we're
you
about to
fucking
do.
kill people. But I want my fucking son back.
Boom, and we're into the mind of the serial killer that has been going around killing people. And now as we go back, you got to understand we're going to relate as Daniel to some of the things that we see, and Adam is also going to relate to some of the things he sees. So it's going to be a little bit harder to differentiate between these. Wow, they've really cleared up a lot more detail on this side. This is nice. I like this.
Leave me alone!
Okay, we're going through the garbage of his life now. Evidently he was an abused child.
Once upon a time, there lived in a certain village a little country girl, the prettiest creature who was ever seen.
Now I believe that's Victor's sister. Victor had a sister. And if you come off to the side here, you will find another card. Again, they're always highlighted by these yellow stickers. Now, if you're not sure where we are, we're out of. We've just come from the courtyard, from the tattoo. That's what the tattoo place used to look like. We're actually in the courtyard. We're now going into the building. Now you'll notice all the hologrammeters that were there. Again, this is really going back to early stages. I think I can open all the doors. Now we're following a deer as if it's like a prey of some sort, like we're one of the. So
Look at him.
Okay.
Isn't he just the cutest thing?
So that's our parents, is Victor's parents. Again, it's going to be disorientating because we are plugged in. All the memories are pretty contaminated. Can we open this? What's in here? So you'll notice where
something's not right. Just look at it.
So we've got some sort of deformity, which our parents are sort of questioning us.
I don't have time for this.
That's Victor's father.
Not now, Victor. Mommy needs to rest. Go and play, okay?
rejected by our parents. And we're going down into a secret hideout that we made for ourselves. This is where we used to go. So how do I move? Oh, I can move that. There wasn't anything to show that I could move it. Oh, you also notice that bike there, that was the same bike that was at the beginning of the game when we were inside the car, taxi, whatever.
Victor! Victor!
He had cut only a few strokes when he saw the red cap shining through. He cut a little more, and the girl jumped out and cried, "Oh, I was so frightened. It was so dark inside."
Mommy, why did the wolf have to die?
So now we're going through where we're starting to see Victor's ability to sort of relate to the wolf in the episodes, and how he basically started having this fascination with the wolf. What was that? What's not happening?
You're doing well. Keep it up.
So there was a voice talking to Victor there, and well, that's a voice that seems to be controlling Victor. Some parts of his memory are inaccessible. We have another mask here. Can I analyze these masks? No, I can't analyze.
Yeah. What's wrong with his legs?
So Victor Navorsky had trouble with biologically with his legs. Now we have Helena Novak there. That's Helena Novak.
Good. Just like that.
Again, that whole account is repossessed. Not able to get to that memory for some reason. Can't seem to work into that one. I believe there's in this door where the plants are, should be another key. Again, that yellow sign should give it away. Now, where is it? There. It's hard to see, but that's basically what you have to click on.
What a little freak!
And now we're seeing, as we grow up, what Victor had to put up with. Hello, Wilson. And it seems like the society and ourselves around where we lived basically rejected us.
Look at him!
We were already alone. So,
Hey, watch your fucking step. Hey, Gimp, we don't want you here. Fucking freak. Get out of here.
Come, Victor. Dinner is ready.
Yes. You're on the right path. We're almost done.
So here we have a situation where probably our first kill. So someone has been sort of manipulating our mind. Ah, we're going backwards.
Perfect. You're almost there.
So Jack Kansas was like a deer to us. We slaughtered him. He was like a prey. We being the wolf.
There's no other way.
Come, Victor. Dinner is ready.
I don't like it.
Please, you need to eat. Come on, eat. Eat.
I think we're starting to. We saw maybe some of the victims. Got the bird. Is this where these are the people that have died from Victor, where the birds are? Might be the case. It's blocked off to me. Also, I'm gonna have to go backwards. Just having a look to make sure there's nothing there. Again. So, another mask here. Seems to being entertained by it. Don't think the masks really do anything. Love the candy and the artistry, it's amazing. So again, you can either follow the deer, or if you want a bit more of the story, go down this path.
Hurry! Your prey's getting away.
So now we're going back into the memory of how we killed Helena. Victor did anyway, using the oh.
Yes. That's it.
So again, that mind we're being manipulated by someone else. So we've seen Jack Karnas, we've seen Helena Novak. Again.
Jesus, this is hopeless.
Again, this seems to be our old apartment we're in now.
I don't like it.
Back to being the size of a kid.
When the moon is full, the beast awakens.
watching?
So throughout our whole life we became preoccupied with the Wolfman. So a lot of jumping around. There's a card here for you to pick up. Collector's item. Okay, so this is where
There. Now's your chance. Hurry.
So after Helena Novak, this looks like the situation where we killed a man. Yep. So it was all part of this idea that they were our prey, our victims.
Excellent.
Now,
What the hell did you do to yourself? You're getting rid of that first thing in the morning.
And risk partial to complete paralysis? Great idea, Dad.
Damn it. And he did that? Why? Just to spite me? I told you to stay out of the stacks.
I'm better off there than I am here with you.
Stop yelling. You're only making it worse.
I'm making it worse? Look at him! It's grotesque! It's disgusting! This freak of nature is not my son!
Victor, please. Your father didn't mean it. We're just worried about you, that's all.
Leave me alone!
So Adam got himself some sort of augmentation. Daniel, the father, was dead against any augmentation, and that event alienated him from his son. We were in Adam's bedroom, that was the incident which made him leave and go back to the stacks. So evidently he got that, and now we're in Daniel's, and Adam kind of relates to Daniel because Daniel was also alienated by his father, who rejected him, not because of augmentation from what I can understand, but more because of a biological something against his really he had no choice of. Wow, they've really done some great artwork here. It's amazing. Okay, I'll continue on.
Once upon a time, there lived in a certain forest a brave little wolf, the fiercest creature who was ever seen.
And because of the rejection from society, the bullying, the constant being ridiculed, something snapped. And that preoccupation of being the wolf changed. And we fought back. And here we have Victor basically wanting to leash back at all the people. Revenge, get back.
It's okay, Victor. Please, calm down.
The only
Mommy?
The only thing that was holding us back was the love of our mother. But with Adam, that stopped because his mother died.
Talk to him, Victor. I know there is still hope.
And I don't know if Victor's parents were religious. It seems to be. But she's saying, please talk to what I assume is God. Because God would be the only one that could fix the abnormality that Victor had.
You're not my son!
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
But being rejected by our literal father is the same as being rejected by God? Maybe? Not sure on that.
No, not like this. Jesus, this is hopeless. Look, he's at it again.
And where we got teased the most was with the bicycle ride.
You're embarrassing me.
We're in for another show.
Look at him.
Just give up already!
Oh, it's just fucking sad.
No. Leave me alone.
And that's how a bike became the symbol of everything.
Look at him.
Just the cutest thing.
So that's Victor's mother then. Now we're going back into the past.
Please, you need...
Something must have happened to Victor's mother.
You're
then.
not my son!
Once upon a time, there lived in a certain village
A little country girl. The prettiest.
Congratulations. We're past the first phase of the treatment and it looks promising. Your body is responding well to the genetic material.
Thank you, Doctor. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Oh, that's all right. You'll thank me in a couple of weeks when the shift starts to occur. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the results.
Okay, so Victor Navorsky had his first augmentations then, and that's when he started becoming the wolf, I think.
So you see, while it is technically inoperable, this procedure can practically nullify the symptoms. I'm not going to lie, the treatment is invasive, but it is by far the best option.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Did you hear that, Dan? It should have been you.
So that was Daniel's wife who needed a augmentation, but she could have lived if she had the augmentation, but Daniel again refused her from having the augmentation, and she died. And again, Adam blamed, because this was the only control mechanism that was stopping Adam from feeling too alienated from the world because of and once he lost his love of his mother, he wanted her back. He wanted to. He didn't understand why we accepted death the way it was, and it's also caused him to become alienated to us. He literally blamed Daniel for his silly belief that you're not to be augmented, that it was against some divine will or something along those lines, and he just couldn't accept that. This path is very different than the original Horror of the Tattoo Shop. Wow, this is very different. I've really enhanced this part graphically. Oh.
I know the people at Chiron. You're making a big mistake. They only care about their bottom line. They don't give a shit about you.
Dad, I know what I'm doing.
What if you're wrong?
Well, what if I'm right? It's something I need to do. For once in your life, can't you just admit that you're wrong?
So again, this unhealthy fear against augmentations, and Adam was working for Chiron, which we rejected. For some reason I can't seem to... Is that it? Okay. Can't seem to go any further on that. I'm probably going to get eaten. When I pick up the last.
She's not here. It's just a body. A piece of flesh. Nothing more. It didn't have to be this way. We can do better. I can do better.
Oh, birds. Interesting. So that was again, that's where the graveyard of our mother is, and Adam became convinced that it didn't have to be that way. We could have done a lot better. No, actually, I can't turn. This is very dark. Well, that suddenly just went off. Hopefully I'm going the right way. some reason it's gone black on me. Okay, for some reason it glitched there, I'm not sure why, but this is when I turned it back on. Okay, this is weird. Far out. They've changed that quite a bit. The jumps there.
Thanks. You better stay here. There might be some very nasty people out there. Hey!
That's the janitor. Can't go that way. Oh, that's right. We've got to go this way.
You don't. He finds you. He always gets his prey.
Okay, so now we're going back to the... That was the sound of the organ.
He's always out there, watching, waiting.
I'm right on your tail.
Interesting that we're seeing that code virus error from the very first one. Ah, now we're going through. That was us. So now we're seeing from the perspective of the serial killer trying to catch us. Ah, okay. Again, seeing us as a prey.
You've done well. You've taken your first steps towards embracing your true nature, towards becoming who you really are. But there's still more to do.
Warning. Desynchronization imminent. Administer medication.
So what does all this mean? This means that Viktor Navorsky, while he was a serial killer that was mopping up everyone under...
One more of these, and I'll either die or get used to it.
that was responsible for Adam's experimentation.
So, Victor, is it? If I can find whatever hole you crawled out of, maybe I'll find some answers.
Was actually a puppet in himself, and doing the bidding of someone else.
Yes.
Synchrosine injected. Strain level decreased.
So the serial killer himself was really doing the bidding of someone else that was manipulating him, conditioning him through psychology, I guess, convincing him that to fulfill a greater purpose, he needed to fulfill this role model of a wolf that he had given himself. Over what sort of time frame we're talking about, don't know, but it really just goes to show us that whoever is able to jack into people's cognitive abilities can really do some damage and cause all sorts of things, cause people to do things that might be against their will. So anyway, that's we now have to find out who really was controlling Victor Navorsky. And to do that, we will be continuing on. Until then, bye for now.